If you want to know how to make a cargo train for a game like Jailbreak, so you can rob it and get out and get your money, make sure to watch this video all of the way to the end to find out how to. Hey guys, and welcome back to this brand new video on my channel. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you in one tutorial how to make a train robbing system. This tutorial is actually not glitchy at all, like compared to the cargo plane one. So this tutorial is going to be really good, and I'm really excited to make this, so we should already hop into it. But before we do, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel because you will be an epic gamer. And if you want to become a member, then just click the blue join button down below on my channel. You should not miss it. For the information, I am not going to refund any payments because yes, and we should already hop right into the video. So we're gonna be doing a few things. We're not gonna insert train or anything yet. We're first gonna go and replicate the storage, and we're gonna add a folder. And we're going to rename it to remote events, like this. Then we're going to add in 2 remote events, like this. Rename this one to hide money GUI. And rename this one to show money GUI. Clear, right? I think so too. Then we're going to go into server script service. We're going to insert a folder. And we're going to rename it to game system. Because we're going to make a game system. Let's see. We need 2 scripts in it. We need a leaderstats. Oh, oopsies. Leaderstats. And we need a move train handler. And we're going to type all the script out in a bit. We're first going to go to leaderstats. We're going to zoom in. Game.players.player added. Gonna connect function player. We're going to wait for the player to join the game. Then once he joined, we're gonna insert things into him, such as leader stats. So local leader stats, 60instance.new folder into the player. We're gonna insert it right into the player, and this is a comma for your information. And we're gonna set a name for our leader stats, which is gonna be leader stats with a non-capitalized L. I see a lot of mistakes with that. Do not capitalize the L. Local money is equals to instance.new number value, and we're going to do that into leader stats. We're going to put our money into the leader stats. Money.value is equals to 0, and money.name is equals to money. Then we're going to do local CC, which is going to be cash collected, is equals to instance.new int value, because we're going to set a value into it. CC.parent, CC.name, is equals to cash collected. And over here, you want to type comma, player. I'm going to put that into our player and not leader stats. Let me just fix that up. Yep. Okay, so local robbing is equals to instance.new bool value. Going to set it to true or false. Going to insert that into our player. Robbing.name is equals to robbing, and robbing.value is equals to false because we're not robbing anything at all yet. Player.character added. Connect function character char player.robbing.value is equals to false. So if the player joins, we're going to immediately set it to false once again in case it breaks. So player.cash collected.value is equals to 0. So if you play our game quickly, what's that? And you go into players, you go to your player name, you can see cash collected, robbing, you see a folder with leader stats, and there's money inside of it. And you can change it to whatever you want. So that is our first script completely done. Now we're going to make a little GUI because we need that. So we're going to go into starter GUI, we're going to insert a screen GUI, we're going to rename it to robbing GUI. And we're going to insert a frame. And we're going to keep it like frame. We're going to insert a local script. We're going to insert 2 text labels in it. But we'll do that soon. So for the frame, we're going to, of course, position it. So 0.5, 0.5. It's going to be a bit offset. Don't worry. Now we're going to do 0.8, 0, 0.5, 0. So on the right, like Jailbreak does. I'm gonna set it to 200 by 150. This is a little bit bigger. For the background color, we're gonna do 0,217,7. So it's gonna be green. The border size pixel is gonna be 5, and we're gonna put this as 76,161,24. Boom. So it's gonna be a bit darker, which I think, in my opinion, is actually pretty cool. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the frame, as we already did. Gonna insert a text label. You can keep it like that. Gonna rename it to, no, I'm not gonna rename it at all, actually. Transparency 1, and set the text to, you are currently robbing the cargo train. Like that. Text scaled, recommend, ooh, I did a typo. There you go. So now we're gonna do another one, and we're gonna name it cash collected. Collected, if I know how to spell. I'm gonna set this easily to 75 at the bottom here. I'm gonna name it a scripted value because we're gonna script it. I'm gonna start a text label, local script. I'm very sorry. So in this top local script over here, we're gonna firstly type things such as game.replicated storage.remote events.show money GUI on client event connect function. Then we're gonna do script.parent.frame.visible 6 to true because we're gonna set our frame to true. Copy that. We're gonna do hide money GUI, and we're gonna do over here false, just like that. Now in the text label script, we're gonna type local player is equals to game.players.localplayer. Script.parent.text is equals to $player, wait for child, cash collected, gonna wait for the cash collected to join in the game, value. Now we're gonna do player, wait for child, cash collected, changed, connect, function, nothing. Like this. And now you just wanna paste that in again. You'll be good to go. So that is your frame done. So you can just tick it off and close everything because we don't need it anymore. We don't even need to look at it anymore. And close your remote events. And now the real fun starts. There's gonna be a script in the description, like for the cargo plane, because you gotta make a script in here. But this is like the script. I'll put it in the description for you to copy and paste, because like I did not make the script at all. It's straight from the dev forum. So put it in start your character scripts and you'll be good to go. Now we're gonna make the actual cargo plane, train. So now I'm gonna make 2 folders in here: the robberies and the game system, with a capitalized S, like this. Gonna insert 2 scripts over here. I'm gonna name this one the train money, and this one's going to be the collectors. Now we're gonna go into our toolbox. I'm gonna insert train. We're gonna search for that, and I recommend getting the normal jailbreak train. Keep in mind there's gonna be a drive script in it, so you want to delete all of those, because we are gonna script it ourselves, and we're not gonna allow people to drive it. Actually, just delete all of those. Make sure this model is ungrouped. Delete everything inside of it if you need to. I think you do. And ungroup the entire model. Now, you want to get the other train, which is this pack. I'm gonna delete all of these because you don't need those. You only need the red one, because you need the red one. I'm afraid I just deleted something I did not need to. So this is your this is like the jailbreak one. So you want to delete these 2. You want to delete the vault. I want to delete the top part. Not that one, but this one. The red one. Yep. So you want to set the top to can't collide false. You want to set this side to can't collide false, and this side. And this is like one part. Oh, okay. No, that's usual. And this part has to be can't collide off. believe this is like, oh, well, that's gonna certainly help a lot. So this is your cargo train thingy. I'm gonna actually delete these. Yep. Now you want to put it behind the train you made. Well, the train you inserted. I'm gonna put it on the ground, of course. And you wanna like connect it to the train by just colliding it a little bit in it. Like this. Maybe a little bit back. This could be confusing, but don't worry. Yeah, this should be good. So this is going to be our train. Now, what is this? Oh, you want to ungroup that too? Now you want to make a sensor part. And once you insert it, you want to rotate it to the right, like this. Boom. And now you want to make sure it like covers the entire train. Like this. And then all the way to the front and all the way above, like this. Actually more, like this. Transparency 1, can collide on, anchored on, can collide false. You want to name the part the center. Now you can group your entire thing once this is gone. Now you can group all of this together. You want to name it the train. You want to put it in game system. Now we're going to make a part. You want to make this like right over here. So once the player gets out, he gets his money, which is pretty usual. You want to do it like this. So once he get out, he has no chance but to get his money. You want to name this one collector 1. And you want to copy it and paste it to the other side and name it a collector 2. Once you did this, you want to select them, put them in your train. Set the transparency to 1, set the can collide to false. Now, go to workspace and click anchor. Now we're gonna script our collector's script. I'm gonna click this away and click that away, don't worry. I'm gonna type game.workspace .game system .train .collector1 the touched colon connect function hit. So we're gonna check if someone touched it. If hit the parent, colon find first child, humanoid, then, so if there's a humanoid, then we're gonna set the player to local player equals the game.players, colon get player from character, hit the parent. If player.robbing that value is equals to true, then, so if the player is robbing it, then game.replicate storage .remote events hide money GUI fire client player, like this. Player.leaderstats player.leaderstats.money.value is equals to player.leaderstats.money.value plus player.cash collected .value, because we're gonna give player the money. Player.cash collected .value is equals to 0, and player.robbing .value is equals to 0. False. Now you want to copy this, paste it again. Instead of collector 1, you want to do collector 2. And that's your script done for this. Now we need the two biggest scripts, which are probably going to be a bit confusing, but don't worry. So now we're going to firstly make our train money script. Go to our train money script. This is a very confusing script where we're going to type local debounce is equals to false. Local player found is also to false, and local police is equals to red color.new, and then your police team type. So I'm just gonna make some teams. Actually, teams. Hey, where's teams? Model, insert model, service. Teams. Do a team. Gonna do red, criminal, police, prisoner. Well, I'm just gonna do criminal and police for now. Criminal is gonna be red. Police is gonna be really blue. Those are your teams. Go back to our training money script. So yes, Now we're gonna type more. Function create region 3 from parts with a capital P. Alright, so create region 3 from part. Return region 3.new part.position. This is going to be confusing. Minus brackets part.size divided by 2, comma, part.position plus brackets part not size divided by 2. That's pretty confusing. Function get players in parts in parts. Local region is equals to create region 3 from part. And this, okay, yep. Local parts in region is equals to workspace colon find parts in region 3 region nil method huge. Local players is going to be a table because we're going to insert players into it. For I, comma, parts in pairs, parts in region 2, local player is equals to game.players, colon, get player from character, part.parent. If player then, so if there's a player, for I, comma, v in pairs, players do. So if there's a player, if players I dot name is equals to player dot name, then player found is equals to true. So we found a player successfully. If player found is equals to false, then table dot insert players with the player. If not over here, sorry. If player dot seam color, so we're gonna check if you're a cop or not, is equals to police, then while true wait. And over here, player dot cash collected dot value is equals to 0. Let's see. And then over here we're gonna do player found is equals to false. We're gonna get two ends at the bottom like this. For I, comma v in pairs players do. If players I dot robbing dot value is equals to false, then so if you're not robbing, then game dot replicated storage remote events dot show money GUI colon fire client players I like this. Then we're gonna skip the end like this. Players I dot robbing dot value is equals to true. If players I dot cash collected dot value, I'm gonna just copy and paste this real quick, is below 1,000 because we're gonna set a maximum of 1,000. Then players I cash collected dot value is equals to players I cash collected dot value plus 25. We're gonna give you 25 every second. And then we're gonna skip the ends and then return players. And we're gonna do one more thing, and that is while wait 0.5 do get players in part game dot workspace dot game system dot train dot player detector. And you're gonna see it doesn't show up as a model thingy. I'm gonna get a part. I want to size it like this. So it's like a little bit offset, but also not. So you're gonna do this. Gonna make sure it covers your like these bricks like this. Gonna anchor it, calculate false, and you're gonna name it the player detector. And you're gonna put it in your train transparency 1. So now we're gonna test our train out to see if actually everything works. This is our money system, so like you're gonna get money. And just wait. Okay, we're gonna go over in here. We're gonna go over here. You're currently robbing the cargo train. We're now robbing it. And then we have $225. If we go into train, we get our money. So this is exactly what the jailbreak train has. Now we only gonna make it move. So to do that, Actually gonna add one more thing, which is a sprint script, and just get the top one. Doesn't really matter. I just put it over there. I'm gonna close this up, and now we're gonna make the hardest part. And this is a big script, so make sure to watch correctly. Local train service is equals to game colon get service train service, and then we're gonna do local run service is equals to game colon get service run service. Local points is equals to game.workspace.gamesystem.points, and you're gonna see it doesn't show up really because we don't have a points yet, but we're gonna do that at the end of this tutorial. Local train is equals to game.workspace.gamesystem.train. Local new point is equals to 1. Local speed is equals to 22. Local debounce equals to false. And then now we're gonna set our train.primary part is equals to train.center. So we're just gonna make sure the train is now on the center part. And we're gonna do train colon set primary part C frame plane dot center not plane train dot center dot C frame. Now we can do function get time. I'm gonna do distance and speed. Now what we're gonna do is return time, and over here we're gonna do local time equals to distance divided by speed, and slash is always divided. Function weld train is going to be for I equals 1, comma, hashtag train colon get children do. So we're just gonna check every single part in the train. If train colon get children I is other than the train primary part, so it's other than the sensor part, then local weld equals to instance.new weld constraint weld dot part 0 equals to plane colon why do I say plane every time? Plane train colon get children I weld dot part 1 is equals to train dot primary part. I'm gonna copy this, and over here weld dot parent is equals to train dot primary part. Plane, again I say plane. If I say plane, make it train. Train colon get children I dot anchored equals to false. Now we gotta do a few more things. Don't worry. Function move train. Over here we're gonna do finalization. Wait, we're gonna wait 7 seconds, and we're gonna do weld train and move train. Just keep it like that. Now we're gonna do the last 20 lines. New point plus equals to 1. Yes. If not, points colon find first child brackets dot new point. That we're just checking if if there's not more points to go for the train, it's gonna reset back. Wait 5 new point equals to 1. Plane dot primary part train dot primary part C frame is equals to points colon find first child 1 dot C frame. Just gonna reset back to the first part, and we're gonna wait 10 seconds. Then local next point is equals to points square brackets I don't think that's a bracket, new point, like this. Local distance is equals to brackets plane the primary part the position minus the next point the position dot magnitude. Local time is equals to get time distance and speed. And now we gotta do local tween information is equals to tween info.new brackets enter. time enum that using style the linear enum that using direction dot out 0 false 0. So we're not gonna make it repeat because the script will do that for us. Now the last 5 lines. Local tween equals to tween service colon create train the primary part, the tween information we just made, and curly brackets c frame is equals to next point dot c frame, like this. Tween colon play, tween dot completed colon wait. We're gonna wait for the train to finish up, and now all we gotta do is move the train. So this is your script. It's a lot actually, but it shouldn't be too hard. Now for the confusing part, I'm gonna add a part. I'm gonna name it 1, and then over here I'm gonna do it 1 start offset. I'm gonna name it 2. Then you wanna do this, name it 3, and then you can make one as long as you want, and name it 4. Now you want to group those, name them points, move them into game system, and like size them on your workspace thingy. I'm gonna actually put the 4th one a bit like here. So this should work. Yes, it should already work. Probably a long tutorial, but don't worry, it's worth it. So now we can go in here and oh my, okay, that's a glitch. We accidentally put the base plate in it. You wanna put that in workspace. That is a mistake. Do not put your base plate in it. As you saw, it's gonna be a bit glitchy. So I just want to check what the train does in order to identify the problem. So what is happening? It is rotating differently. Is everything anchored? No. Let's check now. Okay, so now it is rotating to there. So what we have to do is go to your center part, rotate it 90 degrees, and resize it to the train again, like this, and boom. Actually gonna put my train in the front, like over here. We're gonna put this a bit more in case I fall. I do not want to fall actually. So now I'm gonna play my game again, and I think it should go directly to the front now. And it does not. Why? Okay, I see the problem. You wanna get your sensor part, and you wanna rotate it 180. Like this. And play your game. And this is gonna work probably. And now, if we go over here, we're robbing it, and we're moving with it. And that's the only problem we have. It's going in the ground. Go to your parts, and you want to put them a bit off the ground. Now, click play here. Alrighty. We're gonna go in our thing. Because this is the script, if we go over here, we stay in it. And as you can see, we're moving with the cargo plane, train, and then once we have enough money, we can go over here, get out, and we have our money. And I believe you can catch the train still. It's gonna be running pretty hard actually. Over here you can rob the train again, but I'm gonna die now. So this is the tutorial. If you did in fact enjoy, do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. My name is Newbie, and I say peace out.